Okay, team. So for step 5, just to be transparent, this is tougher in asynchronous life, especially because a lot of times, obviously, when we're circulating, we are prompting kids, we are asking our back pocket or BPQ questions. Um, and all that good stuff. So I just want to be transparent about that. We're all learning this together. So what I like to think about, because I know that kids that I mean, I personally as an adult get a ton of Zoom fatigue. So as a 12-year-old, 13-year-old, 14-year-old, I can't imagine. So I'm really trying to think, what's the most efficient way? It's so tough, right? We want to be efficient in getting kids to where they need to be. So preparing them and empowering them to be successful on our exit ticket and on that standard while still supporting them, right? So we're going to get better at this as we go. It's really tough. And I really want to be clear and frame that for us. So when I was thinking about it, I went through, I'm just going to show you again really quick. So here's one example of what I did. Because I thought of putting the reading lesson prior to most of the comp work, because it seemed like the composition, the paragraph writing really depended on how well the kids did a close read. So that just seemed logical to me. I went through some of the reading stuff though, and like this discussion, I decided to cut out. Discussion isn't a huge part of this lesson. So I know that I can save room for more discussion later on when it's a more pivotal speaking listening. And then I highlighted just the back pocket questions I thought would be really helpful that I want to make sure I include in my roadmap. Again, I cut out this discussion. Sometimes I would probably include a flip grid. I know like Hudson and Hibbert have used that a ton. Sometimes I might include that for discussion, but for this lesson, it wasn't enough bang for my buck, I felt like. I cut out this close reading burst. Again, I think our kids can get to the same spot without doing it. And then there were actually 3 chunks of AIR, which is accountable independent reading, when a kiddo reads a section of text and then has to annotate for it. And I just thought by paragraph 16, it got redundant. Reason being is when they got to their comp lesson, they didn't use any evidence from paragraph 16. So to me, I really felt like I could cut it out and the kiddos could still be successful. And then otherwise, again, highlighted stuff I really thought was important that I wanted to make sure I said. And it kind of just X'd out anything that I didn't think was as important. So rely on this lesson to help you out. I know some of us are visual, some of us are more auditory, so that's why I wanted to do this video. But go ahead, take your time, and just think about what supports do kids need in order to do well, and what stuff maybe is redundant and they don't need. Again, thinking about how much time our kids are spending in front of screens. Thanks so much, team.